Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Genshin Let's Play, Genshin Zero to Hero, Genshin Challenge, I don't know, whatever on earth we're still calling this series. Probably still Zero to Hero because I don't want to go back and retroactively change the name of every single episode. But we're being woken up once again by Paimon. We are still in the Golden Apple Archipelago, and today is Xinyans Island, so let's get to it. Alright, we are off to explore the next island. Fischl has officially gone off and left for a bit, claiming she has some work with the guild, which is totally not Fischl-like.
I smell something burning on the wind.
But anyway, we're going to continue on without her, and we'll probably meet up with her at the end of whenever her island pops up. But for now, let's see what they got to say about Xinyans Island. Alright, we found a drum plant. It has transported us into Xinian's realm, which, just like this plant here, which we interact with and causes various different things. So a lot of Zunnian stuff has to do with music, walking on notes, shooting notes through like various different like microphones, I guess, to shoot them around. So interesting stuff there. That you. I don't know. I think Xinyans has a good message. Xinyans is... Alright, we gotta find the door to open or the key to open the door. Xinyans says it looks like her door to her house, which is weird because this looks like generic Leeway door model number 3, but whatever. She said she does that thing, you know, that where people hide their key under the mat in front of the door in a flower pot or something, so we're off to see if we can kind of find her thing. But as I was saying, I like each island kind of has a message. And I kind of like Xinyans is definitely one of the best, and so is Fischl's, but Xinyans is a whole like, do what you want. Like, some people might think you're weird for it, but you're not hurting anybody. As long as you aren't being an asshole to them, do whatever you want. And you know what? I appreciate that. As someone who just wants to be left alone and plays video games and talk about them forever, you know, I can appreciate it. This game is enabling my degeneracy. Boom. Actually, like, I know it's just a simple puzzle, but I actually kind of dig that whole stepping on the notes to play a little tune to activate something. I don't know, just something about it feels different. It feels like something we don't necessarily have in the game.
Music. This place really is dedicated to music.
It's weird that they chose the default battle music to play.
The key from the plant. Oh, the puzzles in Xinyans Mirage seem way easier than Kazua's.
Yeah,
Millie's life experiences are far richer than mine.
yeah, well, in Kazua's...
You flatter me.
Yeah, in Kazua's we had to turn reality upside down. Also, I love the joke. There's a joke in the cutscene here where you get to this door where you tell Mona to turn into a puddle and slide underneath, obviously referencing her alternative sprint where she just turns into a puddle. But she's like, I have no clue what you're talking about, so sadly her turning into a puddle isn't canon. Alright, let's open this door and see what's on the other side. Also, Leeway battle music, it put me on edge when the first time I heard it. Not the best choice. Genshin, maybe something a little bit more peaceful. I don't know. It's like a dead flower. We've agreed to help a talking flower because of course we have. I don't know why talking flowers seem weird to me in this world with all the crazy crap we see. Why is like talking flowers where I draw the line? I'm like, no, don't be ridiculous. I don't know. It's also very interesting that, like, Kazua is the only one who gets transported away in his domain. I think, you know, I've already mentioned this, but I wonder if, like, maybe that's got something to do with the fact that, like, Kazua is supposed to represent Kazua as maybe still internally dealing with, like, his issues brought up in his domain, whereas, like, everybody else has kind of got past it. But that doesn't make sense either because of what happens in all the other domains, but whatever.
The flow of water is blocked here.
Is it because of the...
But yeah, we need to get a drink for a plant, because of course we do. So we've decided to help the plant get a drink. It gets up through here, right? Yeah, looks like it's up through here. Alright. Boom. Okay, so we found a message left here by our friend Alfredo. Trying to tell other people about the island, saying, you know, it's one massive instrument and everything, basically, with the different water patterns, things we learned in the last Golden Apple Archipelago. I like that they leave hints like that. That makes it feel like we actually were here before, you know. I think, unless it's in a side quest or in a side area, Albedo's is definitely the only one that's mentioned in the main quest, but I would have loved to see, like, something else to hint at the fact that there was the other party here previously. But whatever, not really a big issue. Also the fact that they mentioned that he alchemically treated the paper so that it's not gonna get water damaged or fire damage. Do you think someone in the office was like, hey, this could happen, and then someone was like, fine, I'll put it in just so it makes sense, shut up Tim, or whatever.
These plants look a lot like the ones we saw in the cave.
How does this work? Oh, okay, that's how this works. Alright, so I think we've blocked the path to the spring now, so we can go grab us some spring water. I'm gonna get this real quick though, before I forget, because I definitely have forgotten before. But let's get us some spring water. Okay, so we gave the flowers some water, and now it can help us continue on our journey through Xinyans domain, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, I'm just gonna give you the TLDR of this area here, so you don't have to see me slowly walk through it, interacting with everything. But the TLDR is we're gonna see a bunch of doors being all negative about Zunnian and her appearance and like her, I don't know, her like attitude, because she's standoffish. Definitely like looking at her, she's so standoffish, and not like just nice and sweet, but you know, a whole bunch of people basically just giving her crap for being different, and then her just like, you know, smiling and, you know, essentially being like, oh, no, it's okay, I'm a good person, kind of thing, instead of, you know, instead of the answer that I would probably take, which is, well, fuck you. But you know what, that's a good thing in life to have, which is if people got, you know, non-lethal, non-aggressive beef with you just for how you act, how you look, just ignore them, or be like, yeah, whatever, and go on about your day. It's a good lesson. Good job, Genshin. Taught us some good lessons. Along with being a gambling addiction simulator, so you know you still got a lot of moral ground to make up, but good message. I wonder if, like, okay, so obviously it's not a mistranslation, but you know, the rock is just kind of a stand-in for like whatever thing inspires people of a certain generation that older people don't necessarily understand, or the masses don't necessarily, the normies don't understand. But I don't know, good message in the end. Okay, in a twist of turns, we've agreed to help this kid look for his friends who are judging him or something. Apparently they're not. They're actually, like, you know, planning a surprise party or something. I forget exactly what the story is, but there's a weird revelation that, like, the people can come out of the spectral doors and materialize. So, like, thank God most of the people Zunnian is angry with is, like, you know, her mother and you know, her uncles and aunts and stuff like that, or random people. Thank God Zunnian hasn't pissed off any, I don't know, demonic entities or something that come ripping out of a fucking doorway to rip our throats out. But, you know, it'd be how it be. Yeah. They prepared a surprise gift for him. I think they were waiting for him to come and find them so they could give him the gift. I think that's how this story works. Let's see what these other kids up to. Oh, they were just waiting for him to come by. Oh, there's a good message here about people's intentions might at first seem ill-willed, but really it's either a miscommunication or a misunderstanding, which is actually kind of a good message, and I wonder if it was done on purpose or as a complete accident. The one place Xinyan always likes to go is her home. I have a connection to her. Said, whatever you think is bad, quick, retreat to the home. To the blankets. Whew. That is, yeah, this should have been programmed as a flat ground. I get it would have been weird to be walking on space, but the fact that I almost fell through there, that would have been aggravating. But, we're going up to Xinian's house to see if she's got a snack for Paimon. Because, of course, Paimon's hungry, because Paimon is Paimon. This is Xinian's house. So, okay. Remember earlier when I was saying that the door in there was Xinian's door? Like, a couple clips ago? We were talking about how she hid the key under, like, a flower pot nearby? If this is actually her house, why the hell is this door not the door model they used? They used a different door model. But, anyway, minor point. Okay, so, going into her house, we found, Zunnian and what's her name? Sorry, Zhangling and Yunjin threw her a birthday party. That was cool. That was nice. But she made a wish apparently during that birthday to play with someone unique or special, and I guess that's how this island was formed, out of her wish. So it's kind of interesting that it seems like Kazua's was grown. Or Kazua's like wish came from a need for some emotional reflection, basically, or something like that. And it seems like Xinyan's is basically just because she can. Oh, we have to hit it twice. I was like, what the heck? Why isn't this working? But we have to hit it twice. That's what's going on. Bam, bam. Yeah, there we go. We need to turn this one. Yep. Yeah, I'm blocked the rest of the waterways, apparently. They also mentioned that Beidou was supposed to be at the party, and, like, the idea that Zhangling, Yunjin, Beidou, and Jinyan are, like, a friend group is just, I don't know. There's just something funny about that. You got people from all kinds of walks of life and stuff together. I don't know. I guess this is kind of how real life is. You know? Especially in the age of the internet. You find tons of people you connect with over some silly thing. And regardless of how different you are on the outside or how your lives go, you have a common ground that connects you in kind of a deeper, more personal way. But now to wax poetic. Much more. Let's clear off this pathway and get this water into.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Here to. I don't actually know what this is doing. I think it's technically like it's helping the island, like the island's like instrument part regrow or work properly. So I'm not actually sure. But we got to get to the top of that thing, so I will see you in a second when I'm up there. Alright, we have approached the top.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Alright, so it looks like we have tuned these 2 more islands, so now we can go back and just talk to everybody again, and probably go back in the zone and talk to the flowers. Alright, so there's 2 more things we need to interact with, but we don't necessarily know right now how we're going to get to them. So we are going to ask the other flower, basically, as there is apparently a frost version. You know, there's a fire flower down there. Apparently there's a frost one around here too. Apparently the frost flower might know something we can do about it, so we're going to drop by and say hi, see if it knows anything about how we could unlock the last 2 pathways. Alright, so the frozen flower has given us a petal. I don't know how it gave us a petal. It doesn't move, maybe just told us to take one, but So we could plant the petal here, and that would help
Okay, this ought to do the trick.
unlock the other two pathways.
There's a sound coming from the island.
It's always made that sound, Kazuo. Let's pick up the shell here. I think this shell is like in one of the weirdest places or something. It's like... I want to say it's like under here somewhere. I know it's not down there. It's up here somewhere. It's on like a weird branch of this spiraling thing, I think. Is it on top over here or something? No? Okay, no clue then. So, I think we have to go back in and ask the flower what to do next, I believe. So... Actually, wait, are we just changing the mountains? Yeah, okay, so essentially there's, much like how Kazua's thing had different, like, selectable, changes we can make to the two islands. Xynyans is a very similar thing, where there's two different, essentially, states for the island, for lack of a better term, and we can flip-flop between them. So that's what we did. So I'm going to check to see if now maybe this is there. No, it does not appear to be. According to this, it should be right on top of it. So it should be. I know it's not down at ground level. It's on one of these things. I swear. I swear when I got this one on my... Or wait, is this the one that's way underground? I think this is the one that's way underground somewhere. I'm not actually sure. Curse you. Curse you! But we're gonna go unblock some of the other ones. So, give me a second to get towards either of these objectives. I wonder if... I like how they're reusing the sound island, the island that had a huge sound puzzle from the first event, as Xinyans Island, because obviously they would have a connection. Alright, there should be one more of the islands done, so I'm just gonna get to that last one.
The more the merrier.
Alright, here we are. We did a quick little sound puzzle, and I believe this is going to give us a... Yes, a... flight basically all the way to the top.
The more the merrier. The first round's on me.
Last water flow. Yep. And now the sound of the island keep playing them on. There's some very harmonious steel drums, but I feel like you should be blasting some freaking reggae. You know, just going ham. But I think now we're gonna go back inside, tell the flowers that we've cleaned everything up, or that we've unlocked all the things, and see if they got any other wisdom to impart. Alright, so we've repaired the island basically, so now Zunnian can play her music with the island. So she's gonna do that now. Alright, we have decided to go check out the Fatui machine. We told the rest of the group about it. Mona already knew, of course, because she can literally, like, read the future, basically, so she already knew about it. And she told Fischl, so Xynian's the only person who doesn't know. So we're off to see the machine, and it looks like some of the Fatui have regathered around the machine, so this is a good sign. Uh-oh. They also just disappeared whenever these slimes appeared, so there's some movement going on or some shit. I don't like
Falling leaves, adorn my night, wind strike.
A side note, y'all were watching what I saw whenever we first came to this island and how there were like 15 Fatui here. And then in the cutscene it goes, there's no Fatui here, and now they disappeared. Uh-huh. Sure, there totally weren't just like 50 of them here. But we're on the way to another island, which is apparently where the next Mirage is gonna spawn. So I'll see you when we're over there. Alright, we have arrived on the island, and I see a familiar face. It looks like Fischl and Oz are back. Yay! Let's see what Fischl and Oz have to say. Alright, and that's the end of it. We just met Fischl, and she seemed still to be out of wits about her Mirage. You know what I just realized? Like, I wonder if her Mirage, the reason she is worried about people seeing her Mirage is because people still don't actually, like, they think she, you know, does her own weird little thing, but they don't actually know, like, the truth. And she's worried that, like, if shown the truth, people will not like her anymore, maybe. That actually makes a lot of sense, and that actually makes a whole bunch of sense why she'd be, like, agitated and annoyed about it. Is that she's, like, worried that once people know, like, she's just kind of, you know, living her own dream, her own best life. But, like, she makes most of this stuff up for, you know, for fun, for her enjoyment, that people will not like her for that. And, like, I definitely can see the point, like, why she wouldn't want people to realize that it's not, like, a farce or whatever. But anyway, that's be the end of this episode. Catch you next episode where we're going to do Fischl's, which is probably the one that is the best design, at least look-wise, in my opinion. And obviously the one that put the most effort into, as Fischl gets a skin, and this is kind of Fischl's story. But I hope, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you had a great day.
If you ever want